Hello, this is Marlene again, astrologer extraordinaire. This is my 30th year being an astrologer. Wow, wow, wow. Been a long time. And when I started doing it, we didn't have the internet. And, you know, when you're first starting out, you just collect birthdays all the time. They're like case studies. If you've ever studied psychology, you do case studies. So it's kind of the same astrologically, is you do case studies. Every time you get a birth date, you look it up, you study it, analyze it. That's what you do in the early stages of learning to be an astrologer. But it is quite a complex science, so it does take months and years and not just hundreds, but maybe thousands of hours to be somewhat proficient at it. So one of the things I wanted to talk about, we'll go into that, is Venus went into Taurus just a few days ago. Now, here's something really interesting about that. If you happen to be a Taurus sun sign, then this is the time where you get to be the belle of the ball, or because it's an attractor factor, whenever Venus in the sky lands on your sun sign, and it's a short transit, it's usually about 25, 26 days, then it's like you're front and center. Or all of a sudden you might notice that people are noticing you. Or if you go to apply for a job, you're going to appear as a more attractive prospect for that employer. So for those reasons, I'd like to say, put yourself out there. Or if you're single, a single guy, single girl, this is the time that you're going to be accepted much more than you would normally. So it's kind of a fun little cycle that you could just go out there and take advantage of. Now, it doesn't mean that this is the overall tenor of the horoscope by any means at all, because there are other factors. You could be in a Saturn cycle, you could be in a Uranus cycle, and if you're a Taurus sun sign, you may well be, because Uranus is in Taurus. So, but however, this is just a small little window to check out. Now, I'll add a little addendum to that, because Uranus is in Taurus in the early degrees, and right now in the sky it's within about 1 degree of Venus, so it's pretty much sitting right on top of Venus. So what does that mean? Well, Uranus is it's a very erratic planet, unpredictable, volatile, potentially. Interesting, unique, original, progressive, unexpected, explosive. Those are words, they can be pretty strong, but those are words that describe Uranus. Now, when it's sitting on top of the planet Venus, the love planet, so, people could just pop into your life out of nowhere very suddenly. That's another Uranian term. And you think, wow, this person is pretty interesting. Wow, we might be able to get along. And you may. I'm going to say 2 things. It's a high probability in Mercury retrograde cycles and Venus and Mars retrograde cycles that it may not last. It may feel real exciting at the time, and then boom, all of a sudden, poof, it disappears like 3 days later, or a week later, or a month later, like a flash in the pan. It's cut off. That's so typically Uranus. So those are some of the things that can happen. Now, on the other hand, if this person tends to be really grounded, it could pass through that period unscathed, and you might be onto something that is exciting. So just a little intrigue there with this. a short-lived cycle while Uranus is transiting over Venus. So we still have a little bit of time with that, but it can bring people into your life suddenly, out of nowhere, and then just as quickly they exit out of your life. So as well as, just coming up with very unusual ideas, or, because Venus also represents harmony in the home, and you might come up with some unusual or different things in which you want to decorate your home. But just beware of that, because Mercury is retrograde. When it goes direct, left brain, right brain to left brain, you're likely to change your mind on that. But it can give you some really unique insights. That's a very Uranian thing. So with that in mind, I'm just going to end it right here, and we'll pick it up with a different planet, sign, etc. Okay, thank you for watching. What? Ah, beautiful. Beautiful.